got any meaning. I can't believe it. Give me a reason. Tell me it's not true or I'm leaving you.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm on the beach in Canggu in Bali and I have a special guest today.
Me!
My friend Sophie, who you may have seen here, and here.
And now here.
Yeah, now here.
Hi guys, I'm Sophie.
Today we are going to have a bit of a discussion about how we ended up being here as digital nomads in Bali.
Yeah.
Both our stories are very different and both our stories represent a big group of people who end up becoming digital nomads.
Yeah, that's true.
I think for a lot of people, they tick all the boxes to being ready to leaving their life back home and becoming digital nomads, but there's something that needs to click in your head to actually do it. Would you agree?
That's what happened. No, that's not what happened with me. It's really weird thinking back. How and why did it all happen?
Yeah.
It's going to be quite strange to actually put it into words.
Exactly, so that's what we're doing today, and we're going to really lay it out so that everyone knows how we did it.
Yeah.
And if you're needing that push to, you know, try something new and move away, then what we talk about here could be very helpful or just interesting there.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting because one of the main things that people back home are interested in, sorry, it's really early here. It's like 6:30 in the morning.
We woke up at 6 AM this morning.
Yeah,
And
I'm exhausted, but bear with me. I think that one of the main things that people are interested in is how are people living out here? What are people actually doing, and what did they do before in order to be in this position?
yeah.
So I think that's
Well
kind
said.
of also the story.
And that was better said than I said. Yes.
Look at the beach. Oh. Anyway, let's just cover that one up. Okay, so let's start with you, James.
Yes.
People might already be a bit familiar from your other videos with you and what you do out here, but tell us a bit more about the real decision to become a digital nomad and how you went about it.
Yes, I mean it started a few years ago for me. I always just loved being abroad, as a lot of people do. I remember being like, I really want to try living in loads of different countries, honestly since I was about 13 years old. And then, what's so funny there?
Your face is going to be so big. Our faces are going to be so big.
I really need to sort out my other camera. That's really part of the problem here, but we'll make do, right? Yes, so anyway, I really wanted to try living in different countries when I was younger.
Yeah.
I did a year abroad in Canada when I was 20, and that was the best year of my life. I absolutely loved it. Really great experiencing another country, living there properly, and I decided this is what I'm going to do, at least for the first 10 years after graduating, up until my early mid-30s maybe. And I really wanted to find a way for me to do that. And also, to be honest, for me, back home in the UK, this is something that I'm sure a lot of other people can really associate with. Everyone would tell me, no, you know, you're just going to follow the same route as everyone else, you're just going to get a job back home, and you know, and that just, honestly, it made me feel miserable. I just dreaded that. Like, I never wanted that. I knew that wasn't going to happen for me, I guess. So anyway, all that happened. And then I was back home after graduating from university. I was doing some freelance video making for some clients back home for my year after graduating. And I decided this is what I could do abroad, and I loved it. And I started doing that. So I decided to go traveling. I actually thought I was going to move to New Zealand for a year because I didn't feel ready to work online anywhere I wanted. So I was planning to move to New Zealand after a few months of traveling.
Then I came along.
Sophie came out. I was like, I'm going to come and live with you in Chiang Mai for a bit. But that was always the plan. We knew we were going to start together. So we were like, we'll live with each other in Chiang Mai in Thailand. And we met so many other digital nomads. And I was like, I love this lifestyle. I love it. We met so many really inspiring people who made me realize I can just do it now. Like, I wasn't ready. I don't think I was ready at all. I'd only been freelancing for a few months.
Yeah.
My skills certainly weren't in place. My mindset wasn't in place really for that either. I just thought, I'm going to make this work, and that's exactly what I decided to do. And I think that's probably going to be quite helpful for other people who are in my position who don't know what they're doing particularly, but definitely want to work it out on the road. I'm not really someone who likes to plan things far in advance. I just like to do what I feel like doing. And yeah, I did have a few video projects to be working on when I started. They were making me money, and I thought this isn't going to sustain me though. There were lots of people out there teaching English online, and I thought, okay, I can do that, I can get into that really quickly. So that allowed me to continue without needing to worry too much about money.
Yeah.
That's my journey.
I think the things to highlight from your journey are that you loved the idea of living abroad, hated the idea of the corporate life in London. You kind of always thought that you would go somewhere like New Zealand and
Yes.
get a permanent role there.
Yes.
And you would learn videography there as a junior videographer.
Yeah.
But then what you actually did was you came to Chiang Mai, you saw what I was doing and what our friends were doing there, and instantly you kind of thought, hang on, no, this is the life for me. And then, well, you only then became a digital nomad, but you were also only really then considered the idea of becoming a digital nomad. And because of your impulsive nature, where you don't feel the need to plan everything in advance like I do, and lots of other people do, you would just like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
And
And I was actually, to be honest, I was really worried when I started, because I assumed that everyone that became digital nomads, and a lot of the people I followed on YouTube, they had it really planned out, and I thought, how is that going to work for me? Because I didn't have a plan. And actually, having been out here, there's been so many people in my same situation and have made it work, even now like thriving off doing what they're doing, or still trying to make it work. Yeah, I think that really shows that sometimes you obviously do need a bit of funding behind you. Like, I had saved up money for a year before I came out.
yeah.
If you are concerned about how you're going to do it, I actually think the best place to be is out here, surrounded by digital nomads, surrounded by people making money online. And it's a really good way of working it out.
Yeah.
If I'd stayed back home, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't. If I...
Well, no, you'd be back home.
Yes, I'd be back home. And it's from meeting all the people that I've met out here who really opened my mind up to everything that you can do. But yeah, that is my story, and I really hope that can help other people who are feeling like, oh, I really want to be doing this, but I can't. You know, you can. So now that is my story. So let's get on to Sophie. Your story is very different to mine. Yes, tell us all, please. What made you want to be a digital nomad, and what led to you actually being out here working online in Bali?
Yeah, good question, James. So, I have always loved travelling, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to travel quite a lot from a young age. It honestly felt like the only option for kind of happiness, like true happiness, would be to work online remotely. And so then my digital nomad kind of, the planning effectively started when I was 18. Because I knew that that's what I wanted. I'd never met a digital nomad. I didn't really know it was a thing, but I then started writing because I thought, well, travel writing, maybe I'll be able to get away a bit with that, as in get away, go abroad. And then became the travel editor of the university paper and did lots of internships at big magazines, and then ended up at the magazine I was working at in London. And it was all to build up to come away, especially because actually we were in Colombia and we met a woman in a bar who was the first digital nomad that I met. So I was 21 by that point. She was a writer, but she used to blog for other people, so she was effectively a content writer. So then I realised, hang on, I don't have to write about travel to be away. It's actually the writing bit that will allow me to be away, so I can write about anything. So then it all just fell into place, and I just knew that if I just kept working with that idea, it would happen. But I suppose what I needed, I'm not as brave, I don't think, as you are, and I certainly am not as spontaneous. And I got made redundant from my London magazine job because the idea was just to do 1 year, get my portfolio together, get lots of kind of digital journalism skills, which I did. It was amazing for that. It was 1 year, and then suddenly I was kind of creeping into my second year, and I was like, oh, it's fine, I'll just stay 1 more year, even though I knew I wanted to go away. I was like, I'll just leave when I'm 25, and then my job was cut. And it was such a blessing in disguise. I was like smiling through my tears. I was like, oh, this is the best thing and the worst thing that's ever happened to me. So then I stayed in London for a bit because I was still a bit scared. I got some of my clients together because I didn't know if I'd be able to get any out here. You can definitely get clients out here. Everything's good. Yeah. And then I left.
I remember back home in London when Sophie got made redundant.
Yeah.
You didn't straight away see it as this blessing in disguise. I think it's quite interesting because I think a lot of people can have all these boxes ticked to make the leap to move abroad and start working by themselves. And that was your huge opportunity. But at the time, I remember, like most people would, you didn't see it as that.
Yeah.
It was the perfect thing, and it took you some time to come around to the idea of this
Yeah.
is my great opportunity.
Yeah, embarrassingly, I did start applying for other permanent roles in London.
Don't think that's embarrassing?
Well, it's just, I had this dream since I was 18 and it was like the perfect opportunity. Everything I've worked for had been put on a plate. And then I was like, I'll just stay here.
But I think what's great about that is so many people will be able to relate to that.
Yeah.
Like I think you could literally have every box ticked and something still stopping you from doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that deciding factor was for you. I think
I always knew what I wanted to do with my life. I was just scared.
because it's funny with Sophie, we've been planning our goals over the last year, and Sophie has achieved her goals that she set for herself this time last year. It's funny, I think this is true for everyone. When you reach your goals, you're suddenly like, and
Yeah.
you forget that's what you wanted, and then you're suddenly on to the next thing.
And I'm constantly striving for more, which is good because it means I do shit like I'm out here. But yeah, you're right. Now I'm here. I'm like, what's next?
I think that's a really important thing to just discuss, because you can't really imagine what it's going to be like. And you get there, you meet people, it becomes normal very quickly. This has become normal very quickly, I think. No?
Yeah, it makes everything less scary. It
Yeah.
makes you think, God, if I can do that, then I can definitely do something else. Yeah, so James, given what you've just said about why you came out, now you're out here, I suppose, is it the same reason now? Are you finding that it's what you expected?
Well, at the moment, it's really interesting. When I pictured what I wanted to be doing, I wanted to be on the road quite a lot. I wanted to be traveling and working, moving on every week, let's say, and working in each place for about 4 days, 5 days a week, and then exploring it for 2 days. And that's not at all what I'm doing. My desire for travel has changed now. I've done a lot of traveling. I've been very lucky in that sense. And once you've done that, it does grow a bit old. You're a bit bored of just moving on, and everything's less amazing once you've seen a lot. It's crazy saying that at 24. You know, things like Instagram and everything, I think a lot of people could relate here. They can change your desire for travel.
Yeah.
When I am more stable, I do want to do that again. I want to get a van and go around Australia, New Zealand, South America, and that is my dream. We've been living in Bali for 3 months now, and I love just living in a whole new country and experiencing like that. So in that sense, I love that aspect. That's the one thing that's different to what I would want to be doing right now. But I love Bali so much, as you can see, like we're on the beach in the morning, and I love that aspect of it, just being in one place and staying there for months and working.
Yeah.
So what about you? Is it what you expected?
No, it's not what I expected.
Shock.
Why?
Sophie's not happy with something.
No! I'll start again. No, it's not what I expected.
That's not been cut. Sorry, go.
Because I thought I'd be travelling a lot more. I thought I'd want to be travelling a lot more. But it turns out that the stuff that I really enjoy out here is meeting people, which I've always really enjoyed. That's always been, travelling and people have always been my main things and my main passions and culture. So those things have kind of, the people aspect has been ticked, the culture not so much, and the travel not at all. But more because I didn't want it to be, which was interesting. I'm far more interested in all this kind of self-development stuff that I'm doing at the moment. I feel like when you come away, you have total freedom. It's the weirdest feeling. You have total freedom to do whatever you want, and it's even things that I actually really miss, like it's my mum's birthday in 2 days and I'm not going to be able to see her, but equally you don't have any duties to do that kind of thing. No one invites you to anything anymore because you're in Bali. Like, what are you going to go to? Like, oh sorry, it's my birthday. Mate, I'm in Bali. So you essentially have complete control over your time, and you feel like you've got total autonomy that I personally have never experienced before. I can work when I want, where I want, with who I want, on what projects I want, and it also means that all of the self-development stuff is really easy to start out here because you are completely selfish and you do have total control, and it's really empowering. It makes you think, I can do anything. So I can read all of these amazing books, I can change all of these habits that I've been practicing for years that you kind of don't think you can change back home, or you don't have the time to change or whatever. So all of that stuff is what I didn't expect and what I absolutely love. And then similarly to you, I thought I'd be travelling more, but I don't mind that I'm not.
That was a good answer. You can just do anything out here. You're not tied to anything you previously thought you were capable of back home or not capable of. You can try everything you wanted. As long as you've got enough money coming in to sustain yourself. You can try anything, you can pick up any skills you want, try any industry to work in that you want by just picking up skills, and you'll meet people who are pretty much in any industry that you can think of. Yeah, that's one of the best things that I've also discovered from coming out here, which I didn't necessarily expect. So that is it, guys. That is our digital nomad journey. We've got very different journeys, as you just heard. One is a more planned route and one is just a very spontaneous route, and obviously everyone watching this will be one or the other probably, or somewhere in between.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, and I hope that if you are either just about to do it, if you just booked your flight and you're about to go, or you're already out here, or you're trying to find that reason to book your flight and quit your job or something, that one of our stories will hopefully help you through that process and feel good about it, because you should. It's exciting.
It is very exciting.
Yeah.
And just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
I held back. Not for long. There was no point in not doing it. So.
Yeah. So thank you for watching, guys. We will be back soon with another video like this, but otherwise make sure you subscribe and turn on those post notifications for my weekly posts on my digital nomad journey and everything in that category.
Woohoo!
Okay, thank you, guys. See you soon. Bye.